Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on what part of the world you're joining us from. My name is Mike Green, and I'm joining you from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho today, here to share some extremely exciting information with you about Igrow Network and it, the social network that is poised to take all social networks and e-commerce by storm. I'm not kidding. Your friend that invited you here, if they were just a little bit overly animated, maybe a little bit overly excited, I'll apologize for them. They had every right being that way. All I can tell you is grab a notepad, grab a pen, take some notes. If you'd like, jump into the chat box over to the right in your GoToWebinar control panel. Feel free to throw in some questions there. When we get done here, I'll do my best to answer those questions for you. But if you're ready, I'm set. Let's grow. So what is Igrow Network? Well, simply put, it's a social media marketing company that's going to provide you with the best tools, knowledge, compensation, and products to grow any business online. Now, products? Well, actually, we've got two. Igrow University, which is simply a training and education platform that's going to teach you how to build a bigger social presence. But the real sizzle, the social network, the first social network that lets you, the end user, make money by simply sharing pictures socially like you already do. Now, we're going to talk in complete detail on both of those fronts, but I really want to get started with social networking. Just a little bit of a background check, if you will. Now, it was 1997 when 6degrees.com launched the first social network. A little bit of a tough go. You know, not a lot of people were even online back in 1997, and even though they hung around for 4 years, by 2001, they were done. It took another couple years before anybody of any significance came to market, and it was MySpace and LinkedIn. LinkedIn quickly became the businessman's social network, and MySpace, well, they tied in music and lowered the age requirement for people to join social networks. The youth, music, MySpace was a hit, and they dominated social networking. But in 2004, another social network came to market called Facebook. Now, it wasn't an easy road, but over the next 4 years, Facebook continued to develop their social interface. MySpace, not so much. And we all know how that ended up. Today, Facebook dominates the market with 1.4 billion addicted users. MySpace, where did they go? But we're just scratching the surface as Twitter bounced into the market in 2006 with a messaging social network and quickly landed the number 2 spot with 300 million addicted users. And they held that spot for quite some time until Instagram launched a picture-rich social newsfeed that allows their users to Photoshop their pictures before they share them. And that seems to be the trend with Pinterest, Snapchat, Google+, Tumblr, Yik Yak, even Vine, Flickr, VK, and Ello, all picture-rich newsfeeds. Even Twitter and LinkedIn got into photo sharing. And there you have it. The market's been established. You know, there's already well over 2 billion addicted social networkers globally, posting well over 1 billion pictures every single day. Well, every single one of these social networks does basically the same thing, but they all have something just a little bit different. So if you're going to emerge into the market with a brand new social network, you need a breakthrough. And boy, do we have it. Never been done before. E-commerce linked to social networking. You know, e-commerce, buying stuff online. We've connected our social network to over 20,000 retailers. Retailers like Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom's, Macy's, JCPenney, Sears, Target, Walmart, even Home Depot, Lowe's, and online, Amazon.com and eBay. Over 20,000 retailers globally. Too many retailers to list here, but I think you get the picture. So is that a big deal? Well, let me show you just how big. In 2014, e-commerce was a $1.5 trillion industry globally. The experts say by 2017, e-commerce could hit $2.5 trillion. You know, that'd be a $1 trillion increase in the amount of money people are spending on stuff when they buy online. A $2.5 trillion industry. Can you think of a better industry to be connected to? The breakthrough, combining social networking and e-commerce together for the first time, bringing you the first social network that pays its users. Create an account for free. Use the account for free. First name, last name, email address, create your own invite code and a password, you're done. You sign in to a picture-rich environment that is simple, clean, and free of banner ads. On your right, you've got your profile. You can see your friends, who you're following, and your followers. And just like any other social network, you'll see a whole entire history of all of your posts. Now, on your left, you've got your picture-rich newsfeed. Who doesn't love puppies? Simply scroll through your newsfeed and stay in touch with your friends. Here's a post. Melissa, She says, OMG, Colby and I were headed back from Tri-Cities, soccer of course, when this popped up right beside us. We almost pulled off the highway to get all 4 pots of gold at the ends of that beauty. Get it? 4 ends of a double rainbow, 4 pots of gold. You gotta love it. Here's something completely different. You know, we've gone away from like and unlike and into heating up a conversation. As a user, you get to click on the heat button up to 3 times. If you really like the post, feel free to jump in on the conversation. Hit comment, and there you go. You'll have a complete history of a whole conversation that's going on from a post. We call it post chat. Now, here you've got Angela, who reached out to Melissa after she saw the post and said, OMG, that is beautiful. She also said, did you take that with your phone? Melissa said, no, I used my new Nikon that Mike and the kiddos bought me for my birthday. Angela says, dang, you took that while you were driving? Melissa said, no. You should have seen me, though. I pulled over, whipped out my tripod, clicked in my Nikon, and shot like 1,000 pics. Angela says, dang, girl, you sound like a pro with that new setup. Angela continues with, I got to get a setup like that. Now, here's where the excitement starts, guys. Melissa chimes back and says, look, don't tell Mike, but I know how much he spent on it. And I just found the exact same camera here for $203 less with way more accessories, and a factory refurbished one for $355 less. Angela jumps back and says, thanks for the tip, Melissa. My birthday's right around the corner. I'm going to start dropping hints. Well, look what Melissa dropped. She dropped a link to the Nikon D3200 DSLR camera. Anybody that jumps into this post chat can click on that link, and it shops that camera at over 20,000 retailers. There they are. Click on filter, sort by price, and there's what Melissa was talking about. A refurbished Nikon D3200 DSLR for $424. Who wants to pay $799 when you can pick one up for $424? You don't want refurbished? I don't know, $499 still sounds better than $799. In fact, everything on this page sounds better than paying full retail. You gotta love it. The social network that helps you shop and save. Click on home up the top right. You get back to your profile page. Click on it, and you're back at your newsfeed. Look, we've got a new post. This is where you start gaining control over your social newsfeed. Click your impulse button up at the top. You can choose to see more posts like this, less, unfollow the user, get advanced feed settings, or report spam. Click cancel, you're back in your newsfeed. Now, if it's a post that you really like, you can grow it. Click grow, and as you can see, we're connected to Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and I hear rumors that Pinterest is right around the corner. Simply throw in a caption, hit grow it, and you've shared it. Again, not just here at our social network, but at the other social networks we're connected to. Now, here's where a lot of the fun begins. You get to post. Simply add a photo. You can take them right off of your computer or your device. You can take them right out of Facebook. Let's click Facebook. Drop down to, I don't know, how about Deer Lake with a gang? Click a picture that you want to share, upload it to your newsfeed, jump into captioning, type in what you've got to say. Lake time is right around the corner, and post it. And there you go. You've got your new post in your newsfeed. Now, you want to see something revolutionary? Jump into Search Posts, Users, and Shop. Searching posts gives you the ability to see the types of posts you want to see today. Posts that are hot, posts about golf, about baking, about water skiing. Type in the types of posts you want to see today, and you get to tell your newsfeed what you want to see. You can also search users. Simply type in who you're looking for, and there you have it. You've got your Lawrences. You want to friend Lawrence Wright? Done deal. Now, I saved the best for last. Back to your newsfeed. You're checking out posts from your friends. You see the kids playing on the lake, and you're thinking, man, it's time for me to go shopping. You don't have to tag. You don't have to post. Just go shop. That picture makes you think of what you told the kids you were going to buy next summer, and you simply go into search shop and you type it in. We're buying the new Aqua Launch water trampoline. Click, and there you have it. You just shop 20,000 retailers in a matter of seconds looking for the lowest price on what you're getting ready to buy anyway. A picture-rich newsfeed that helps you save money, helps your friends save money. But wait a minute, the social network that pays its users, how does that work? Well, you see, someone, anyone, buys from a chat you tag, they save, you get paid. Shop what you were getting ready to buy anyway, find the lowest price out of 20,000 retailers, you save and you get paid. Again. So some of you might be saying, what's in it for me? You get to join for free, for life. You get a picture-rich, clean, simple, and connected newsfeed. You get to find savings on what you're getting ready to buy and get paid when you do buy. You get paid when anyone else buys from a chat you tagged, and you get no annoying banner ads in your newsfeed, and you get no data mining. That's right, it doesn't data mine. Not gathering information on you, not here, don't need to, not selling it to advertisers. So you might be asking, well, what do I do next? Well, it's simple. Get back with the person who invited you here, ask for their invite code. Then get back to igrow-net.com/your-friends invite code, click on the Join Now button, and follow the links to your new IT social network and set up your profile right now. But the most important part, get back to the webinars link as soon as you possibly can and click on the You Mean There's More link. And you might be asking, you mean there is more? And there absolutely is a lot more. We're just scratching the surface here. You need to see one more webinar, just one more webinar. It will absolutely blow your mind. We're going to share more information with you about Igrow University, but we're also going to share information on how you could build a social network, invite your friends to join our free social network, and get paid a life-changing income stream when you earn not just from your friends, but from their friends and their friends and their friends day to day. And we'll talk to you all on one of our very next webinars.